Hey, girlfriend, you know who you are. You have big, big dreams. You want to write a book, stand on a TED Talk stage, be a life coach offering wisdom from your RV in Montana, a cafe in Barcelona, or a beach chair in Tulum. Your other girlfriends and your family, they don't always get your biz savvy. Why do you want to leave your JOB? Because you're a C.A.T.S, aka coach, author, thought leader, and speaker. Meet other change makers like yourself and find out how they make it happen. This is the Big Meow podcast.
Welcome to the Big Meow podcast brought to you by C.A.T.S Network. I'm your host, Angela Howard, and I'm here today with Cristina Lindsay, who is going to tell us about her unique coaching business. Welcome, Cristina.
Thank you so much, Angela, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about you and your coaching business.
Yeah, so I'm a life coach and an author and a speaker. And I help women that are struggling with their relationship with money and happiness.
That's broad.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no shortage of those two topics.
I don't know too many people that don't have a little bit of struggle in one or both of those areas. So
absolutely.
Yeah, tell me about, okay, so let's focus in on money, the struggle with money. Where do you think that comes from? Because women do seem to struggle a little bit more than men.
Yeah, I think that money struggles really stem from initially our beliefs around it, really examining our beliefs around, how we feel about money. Where did we pick up those beliefs and connecting to what's real, like challenging those beliefs and saying, well, what's true for me? Is that really true? There's a lot of emotion and beliefs that have been handed to us through growing up, through our religious practices, through different things we've heard throughout our lives that may or may not be true and could be obstacles to manifesting or stepping into that place of, you know what, I'm worthy of this.
So with that, there's the past, which gets embedded in us, sometimes very clandestinely or in the dark, and we don't know it, and we're sabotaging ourselves. So there's the past. And then there's, as coaches, we really try to focus our clients on the future. Like, okay, that's that. Now let's look at the future. How do you coach that way? Or what would you suggest to somebody that's in the middle of that? I've got issues with money.
Right. And looking at the future, what the beliefs that pop up around that, it's like, okay, well, if I make a lot of money, am I a bad person? Am I not a spiritual person? Am I, fill in the blank, or can I even handle it? Like maybe it'll become stressful or overwhelming. So really, looking to the future to say, well, how does that feel? Okay, we've looked at these beliefs. Now we've set these goals. What are the obstacles there? Like, are there beliefs in the future that this might be too much, or it might be, whatever the answer is. But yeah, working through those obstacles to really claim it.
Yeah. So what do you aspire to? What makes you unique in the way you coach people, women, about their money issues, or just focusing on that at this moment?
Yeah, I think the uniqueness is just that. So my book was about identifying authenticity, or what I call essential self, like what is real for you. And I think that is a unique thing. We're all individuals, and we have our own sets of desires, our own sets of imprint in this universe. So I think it really comes down to identifying what is essential self? Who are you uniquely, and how does that show up? And because I really believe that when you can identify those things and you're comfortable in your own skin, and that you're just going to attract more things that you desire and are comfortable for you in your life. When you're comfortable in your own skin, you're vibrating at your highest creation. right? Because you are you, you're fully stepping into you
Mhm.
and owning it and going, yeah, you know what? I like myself. And I've and I've looked at all these things and all these stories I've told myself, they may not be true. And just moving past that clutter and getting comfortable. I mean, I think that's what happiness is all about. If you can
Mhm.
be happy with yourself, that's going to radiate into the world. And I think that's going to come back to you as well.
Yeah, I need that as a soundbite on my own website because I work with people in their bodies,
Wow.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's interesting because you open up the possibility that for somebody to be authentic, maybe they don't want to have a big old mansion and a yacht and a private plane. And it's like, no, 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 no. I'm happy in my little 2-room cabin, working with people and making people happy. So
Yeah.
it's nice when you're working with the authenticity of somebody's desires. What they truly desire may not look like abundance or prosperity to someone
Right.
else.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because abundance could be so many things. It could be just having your little garden in the back and raising your children,
Yeah.
how you want to raise them.
Yeah.
So wealth can look different. So it's getting super clear on what that means to your heart and your soul.
Yeah. So share with us a recent success, a customer client who's come to you and they've come to you in one state of being and they've moved on to another. Share with us a success story.
Yeah, I had a client recently that came in with this, and most of the times with folks, it's the belief around money is not spiritual. And shifting, we worked really hard and like, where did that come from? And where are you going? You're wanting this, but you have this belief that's blocking you. And through a long process of going through those different things of authenticity, different quadrants of authenticity, we came to, well, what if this path, what if wealth, whatever, what her definition of wealth was, what if wealth is your spiritual path? What if that's spiritual? Like really shifting perspective to say, what's possible with that? So if you have this desire and you have a belief that's blocking your desire, and we work through that, how does abundance work through you in order to serve the greater good?
Yeah.
It just opened up a path she hadn't even thought about. It was like, oh, money could be a spiritual path. Yeah.
Yes.
Money's just energy. It's a form of energy that comes to us, comes through us, and it's what we do with that makes the difference in the world. It's not the money itself. It's just the energy of it that comes through. Yeah.
And it sounds like you're referencing the law of attraction. I hear a lot of law of attraction in your speaking.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's a portion of it. Though, I think with the law of attraction comes action,
Yeah.
it's not magical, right?
Yeah.
But please, and we
Right.
focus on it and visualize it. But then I think the law of attraction brings in those synchronicities, like meeting each other, or an opportunity comes along and it's asking for action. Like, okay, here we go. Here's a door. Here's a little inner feeling that says, hey, pay attention to this. Here's a new book that might give you information you need. Here's a new person that you could have coffee with, whatever, but it requires action to follow through. So definitely that.
Well, one thing that we love to do here at C.A.T.S is give each other little nuggets, little advice, kind of from each one of our perspectives to fill in the collective, to lift each other up. So what would that be? If you could boil down, like today, I'd love to tell everybody what?
Oh, today I would love to tell everybody that they are completely worthy of living the life they want to live. They are absolutely worthy of it.
That's fantastic. Yeah. And I hope that gets through to everybody out
I
there.
hope, yeah, that's such a small statement with such a big implication, but
Truly.
truly in my heart, I believe that.
So Christina, how do we find you?
I have a website, cmlindsay.com. So CM as in Mary, Lindsay.com, and Cristina Lindsay Coaching on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah. And you spell Lindsay, just so you all know, Lindsay.
Yes.
Those
yes.
that don't, use spell check. So,
Yeah, and Cristina has no H.
there you go. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of definition there.
There's
Well,
that.
thank you so much. Thank you for the work you do for women in the world. Changing our views around money and what we're worth and attracting it in. I know that we will be doing better things the more prosperous we are as women, because we naturally give.
Mhm.
So thank you so much for being on our show this morning and for your time you spent with us.
Thank you for having me so much.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful day.
You too. Bye for now.
Mhm.
Thanks for listening to the Big Meow podcast, sponsored by C.A.T.S Network. If you liked what you heard, please take a moment to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends. You can also join our network filled with positivity and possibility. Visit www.catsnetworking.com to join us and learn more, together with your magical, motivated, and mystical new friends at C.A.T.S Network. Let's transform 1 million lives with your message. Are you feeling isolated, sitting at home in your PJs? Or perhaps you're tired of the comfy sweatpants with holes in them that are hidden just below the camera? I mean, you could puke at the thought of another day of Zoom meetings and reporting to your BOSS. Do you want freedom from your home office desk or the office cubicle? Do you want freedom from your current career? Or are you frustrated that your online biz dreams are going nowhere? It's all too overwhelming. Where do you start? All the tech, the choices, and your message. Yep, I said your message, your brand, your voice. What is it? Do you even know what that means? Do you need a biz coach but don't want to invest the big bucks? Let's face it, being a solopreneur is lonely, but you don't have to do it alone. And here's a solution. Join C.A.T.S Network. C.A.T.S Network is a woman-only membership community exclusively available to you, the life coach or executive coach, the author, the thought leader, or the public speaker. If you identify with this list or want to work on adding some of these to your skill set, C.A.T.S is the place for you. Check us out at www.catsnetworking.com. That's C.A.T.S networking.com. Because let's face it, cats are better together.